Hey man, say man, this is Ed and Dead.
This is Diz and Ed.
This is a podcast from around the way. Don't play all damn day. Shout out to the home guys for black. Man, we're gonna get right into it, man. First topic of the day. Well, I guess we can quit. This is what the first topic was actually. We'll just jump right into it. The FIBA tournament. Yesterday's game, the big match of Spain versus the USA. USA, as Young Harry calls it. Shout out to Young Harry. Man, that was a good game, bro. It was a really good game. I made sure I watched that game. The Spain really gave them a really strong game, and they, of course, Santi had 14. Jaron matched him at 14. So the matchup was a wash. That's right. For those who I don't understand how 14 is greater than 14. You tell me.
Am I wrong? I think he held down the paint defensively better than he did the first two games.
Facts.
He definitely did that. He stood upright more. And that's what you want from him, man. You just don't want him leaning like the Tower of Pisa. And he
right.
And he faced the two biggest in combination big men he probably gonna face in the tournament in the Gomez brothers. He faced them. They tried to bully him. They couldn't successfully. So he stood that test up. That's what I was looking forward to the most, seeing how he handled that physicality as that 5-man. And he did a good job yesterday handling the physicality. Definitely.
And he even actually had a putback. That's what we want, man. 5 rebounds, 14 points, you know what I'm saying? So he did his job. They got the dub. It wasn't by a lot like it probably should have been, to be totally real. But they got the job done. But I'm going to be honest with you, if you want to just really be petty, Santi wasn't the only front court player. They hold front court 8.
I mean, that's the strength of their team.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But now because they still got Rudy Fernandez.
He 38, man.
Yeah.
He did a spot up shot here or there. He 38, knocking on 39. He was never a stellar athlete, so he way far behind.
Right. But that's good. That's scale point too that he relied on his shooting, his skill, his crafty school.
They tout their whole front court for this tournament. Like that's what they tout. You know what I'm saying? Like
because the Fettuccino boy that he's playing in the league, he had 14. The Herman Gomez, Willie Herman Gomez used to play for the Knicks. I think he was the one who had 14. And then the other brother had 12, which is Juancho, the one played in the movie with Adam Sandler.
And Anthony Edwards,
yeah. And man, they front court 8, regardless. It worked to a certain degree for them to even be close like that, because it was really a game where they could have almost took it. They very well had a chance. So,
do you think that had something to do with starting a probably not 200-pound Brandon Ingram in the front court too? Because they started both their biggest boys.
USA did it with Durant. Durant played the 4.
I'm gonna be 100. Kevin Durant is 19 times the defender Brandon Ingram ever will. He manned the paint for Golden State and that 2 people.
Right.
Like he was the center. He was the shot blocker. Right. He got more block shots than LeBron in his career. He came in the league after.
Right.
So, Brandon Ingram, man, he's not gonna help you man the paint, man. No, that's all.
They relying on you. They must have felt confident that you gonna get it done because
You know who the baller of the day was yesterday?
Jalen Brunson.
No.
No.
R.J. Barrett.
Oh, you talking about the whole?
R.J. Barrett was the baller.
I'm glad you said that. He told he outplayed some cats in the West too. It just that wasn't his competition, but against the guys he played against, he outplayed a few of them. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, he outplayed them. That's how they was able to get past them in the first round because Julius Randle was hurt. So I don't understand it. I think it's just this fetish that they like to pick. My fellow Knicks fans out there like to, pick who they gonna crucify for each era. And I guess it's just RJ this time. Because you got a kid who's 22, 23 years old, youngest, they're still the youngest player on the team, averaging 20 points per game efficiently in the playoffs, shot 37% from three when he struggled. So he was a playoff riser. He rised his game up. He averaged a little more in the playoffs than he did in the regular season. And he was way more efficient doing it in the playoffs when it mattered the most. So I don't understand the fact that people give RJ Barrett. I just want to put that out there. Yesterday game, the man went out there, carried over from his playoff performance, rising in the playoffs, carried that over into FIBA, went out there, scored 31 points on 13 or 14 shooting.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy number. 4 for 4 from three. He had a damn good game. So he was the baller for everybody that's out the league. And well, anybody period on planet Earth, he played the best ball the other day. So that's a damn good thing.
Kudos. Hey, I'm glad you said that, bro. That's what makes us such a great talent in this, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that actually had slipped my mind at that point. RJ, one of my favorite players in the league. But you know, I got so wrapped up in the riff-raff, you know, I had to address right away.
That's the next subject at hand. You gotta do.
You know, I'll say this. The next one we talking about today, by the way, is gonna be on Michael Orr versus Sean Tui, the Tui family. You know, shout out to North Memphis, man, because we knew better the whole time. Everybody knew that shit was a sham. Everybody knew it was flogging. It was fugazi. It was some bullshit. It's just call it what it is. And that ain't just to be trying to force the issue or be dramatic. It was just a fool's-ass movie, man. Everything about it. First of all, shout out to Big Mike. Man, everybody know they used to play against Big Mike, man, in high school or AAU or Pee-wee football, bro. Big Mike wasn't never no slow motherfucker. Big Mike been a shit-talking, bulldozing, sleep bullet, Debo-type motherfucker, man. I don't know where they even got that from to flip that man like that. Like he, you know, not to knock nobody. I'm just saying, like, they had the man acting like, you know what I'm saying? He, you know, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't. Man, Big Mike, Big Mike, bro. Stop the bullshit. So I'm glad that he finally called and cap. That movie, The Blind Side, made over $300 million alone. And he got none of it. Then they took the buzz, the momentum of their career in their little local joker furniture business and spin that into something off the movie, into all type of other money. So now Memphis, we've been knowing what's going on. Memphis been knowing what's going on. Everybody know the movie was full. The shit was crazy. It was almost like some Key and Peele shit where they had that boy in that movie. Yeah. Oh, thank you for $2. I didn't know that 2 George Washingtons equal $2. Man, I hate they had my guy portrayed that way in that movie, man. Everybody knows. Shout out to Big Mike, man. And I hope Big Mike get his motherfucking money.
Man, that movie was a goddamn travesty.
And the fact that
it was a travesty, man. Like
the other part of the business.
Everybody knows that didn't know super country white woman stormed into her village project house and boss nobody around. Anybody with this been to Memphis, you ain't have to be from, have you even been through her? Do we seem like the type of people that's gonna let that happen? Like it was all make believe, man, and they really exploited.
Well, they would have stuck on the arm with that needle so fast and put all the straw away.
And something that really pissed me off about it, like this is what really pissed me off about it. You paint him as this big, slow, gentle giant, and she was the strength. He was the one out there knocking them defensive ends and shit on their head.
And Big Mike was a shit talking motherfucker. That's an important element to show y'all who he was, bro. Y'all want to know is man, come on.
It's crazy, and that is the light hitting it. I wonder if they'll be shamed.
Man, I wonder if they'll be shamed. Get that man his change. You know, fuck the shame. Get that man his change.
Hey, you know how it works, man. If it's on their paperwork, it is what it is, brother. Unless the judge just have a lot of compassion,
It ain't even that. They can prove that the money, whatever money was generated or monetized off of what they did, his brand should be awarded to
The
him.
emphasis on breaking the story was he signed it over at 18. That's like he was an adult. That's what
they portrayed him to be incompetent anyway. So a
portrayal is not necessarily accurate to real life.
Right, especially not a fucking movie.
Just after Jerry Falwell and Larry Flint from Hustler Magazine. Remember Jerry Falwell tried to sue him?
Right.
And then Larry Flint was like, well, do you sleep with your mother in the outhouse or something like that? He was like, no, well, then it ain't accurate, is it? So that was the Supreme Court that ruled on it. So the highest authority as far as courtrooms in the land has already proven that once you become a public figure, they can basically anything about your name as long as it's not painting you as something like heinous.
Right.
So they painted him like that, and that's how they sold all the tickets to that movie. Gentle Giant from the hood that should have never been there.
Black guy.
Yeah, they did him in, man, and they did him in on the silver screen, and they did him in at the negotiating table because he never even made it to the negotiating table.
Right.
He signed it away because he was 18.
Yeah, he was sitting outside.
Yeah, he didn't know no better, man. And you got people like Magic Johnson.
Come here, Mike. Come in here and sign this real quick for us. All right, now go back outside and sit.
You see, Magic Johnson just admitted he didn't even know what a stock was his rookie year. He could have owned part of Nike. He didn't even know what a stock. So Magic, who had been a star player and had a national championship under his belt, didn't understand the ramifications of business within the sports industry. How was this kid gonna know that at 18 just going shoveling them off to Ole Miss? So it's messed up, man.
It's just don't take advantage of somebody, and then and Mike was in a position where Brett had finally got his life together and incredible level of pressure. It's Hollywood involved. He 18, bro. He from all Memphis. Don't fuck around about all this shit. This shit crazy. And you just like, all right, I don't want to piss nobody off. Be focused. They already in media. Motherfucking anything go wrong with my name, anything if I fuck off this deal. So the pressure of that man at that age, it wasn't no real guidance there, to do it. It's just any kid, if you're in that position where you get thrust into stardom or abundance of income opportunities, if you don't know nothing else, go find you a lawyer totally independent of the people that's involved with your situation, whether it's your parents, you know what I'm saying, guardianship, manager, OG, your pimp, whoever it is. Man, go find you an independent lawyer to look over your situation. Biggie once said it best, man. Got lawyers watching my lawyers, so I won't go broke. That's square business.
Yeah. I read that shit, man, and it kind of put it down on my day.
And Mike, good people, man. Mike will stay out the way, stay quiet for the longest and watch them folks constantly make money, monetize this situation, and leave him on the outside. Bring him in. Hey, Mike, come here real quick. We need you to come to this dinner. You know what I'm saying? And save face for us again. And then, when the checks get cut, Mike ain't nowhere around. So, yeah, they need to pay that man his money. Now, will they? How much they will? That's a whole different story, but Mike need to be taken care of, man. It's really disgusting for the Tui family that they would even want to go about it that way. But it just shows you how it is. And I'm disappointed in Sean too. You know what I'm saying? I'm disappointed in him because as a person that take on, is already a black kid, let's just be real. You took him in knowing he was something special and he had a brand and was able to monetize it. Why not offer him the guidance and show him the right way to do it and actually let this kid generate the generational wealth that you was able to generate out of it? That's crazy. So it's two sides to every story, but I will say I'm disappointed in him for even having this even be an issue where he can actually say, I got nothing out of it. I didn't get a dime pretty much out of the whole situation. There was a $300 million movie that I know y'all was smart enough to carve at least out of $310, $15, $20 million.
Okay.
So yeah, man. The next subject in this situation, man, we have is the conference realignment with Memphis. Where does Memphis stand in the midst of all the conference realignments? Dez, you got this.
Man, listen, for years I've been seeing what people do to Memphis and what people say. It is an undertone to that conversation, and it is a racial undertone. That's what it is. I'm pretty much sure at this point. You got teams like Tulane. Like, there's no disrespect to Tulane Green Wave. They had a phenomenal football season last season, but realistically, Tulane has not advanced further in the two major college sports over Memphis at any point. Mm-hmm. That's basketball. They just don't have the alumni. They don't. Even in football, we got Isaac Bruce, D'Angelo Williams. It's not even there's no way to compare. In basketball, it's leaps, it's light years past it. So for the fan bases I see in them stupid ass accounts I see on Twitter that talk certain ways, or it's just Instagram, whatever. That's why we looked over, is because the faces of the things we do are mostly black faces. And you can't really paint over it because that's just overwhelmingly what the city's population is. That's from what I see, because some of these other schools they name, and I'm like, how did you look at them over us? And the recruiting violations that some schools have had put them all the way back in the dark ages. SMU,
so it's
when they had the Pony Express.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and now you just open up the flood, and they ain't beating us in basketball or football either. So I do know what it is, and that's the whole point. That's the problem. Those schools are not. SMU is in Dallas. I can assure you there are more U of M fans that actively spend money and watch U of M athletics than there are SMU or Tulane. I can guarantee it. You can talk about the market size all you want. The people in Dallas are not stopping what they're doing to tune in to SMU. They not. Or Rice, for that matter. They're not tuning in to stop what they're doing in New Orleans. They're not coming off Bourbon Street to look at Tulane play. It's not happening. I'm telling you right now, it's not happening. But if you see when Memphis play Ole Miss, the entire Midtown area, which is the closest area where you can go out to chill, right? That's around the university, other than what they're building up now. When we beat Ole Miss there a couple of years ago, everything was flooded out. You couldn't park Overton Square and Cooper Union. It was walking up and down Union. Like, the whole thing was just packed. It was crowded. People on rooftops. People doing that for Tulane in New Orleans. People not storming the French Quarter, man. They're not on Canal Street like that for them. It's just not happening. So when people talk about the market size, hell, it ain't like, of course, New Orleans got a bigger market size. They're allowed to include their entire state as their market. We don't get that privilege. We split our market size with Nashville. We split our media market size. They don't. Minnesota with Minneapolis, that's the entire state. We don't get an entire state. We don't even get Jackson, Tennessee.
That's why they call it Twin Cities.
Yeah, with the same power. But no, they get the state.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That has the effect.
We don't even.
It's one. It's really one market.
We don't even get Jackson, Tennessee in our market.
Right.
They don't even let us include that. We got a little bit of North Mississippi, and we get a little bit of North Mississippi and a little bit of Eastern Arkansas. And you tell us that's the 50th biggest media market. If you just include the whole West Tennessee, we move up to what, 40? So the disrespect is blatant, and I'm starting to see that it's not just by chance, it's not random, it's strategic. Just from how they cut off the market size, because people from Jackson come to Memphis before they go to that. That's a longer drive. It's just the truth. You see it more. Hell, Gotti just signed the young producer from Jackson, Young D. You know what I'm saying? It's like the disrespect is not only blatant, it's strategic. It's what I'm seeing and what I'm learning. That's my take on it. It's like, it makes no sense that Memphis is not in a larger conference, other than the fact that other conferences want to poach talent out of here and be able to use saying Memphis is in the smaller conference as a way to basically sway kids away from coming here and come to their university. Because if you put Memphis in there with the big guys, guess what happens? You can no longer say they're in a smaller league. You can't say it no more. And this is a recruiting hotbed in both football.
And they just going to use this advantage. That's the one advantage that the SEC, the current Power 5, schools have that Memphis doesn't in recruiting and a lot of other things, TV deals, is hey, they're not in the Power 5 conference. That's the one angle that they can use against them. You put Memphis in one of those conferences, it doesn't matter what conference it is. Memphis is probably is going to become the strongest program in that conference. It doesn't matter which conference it is, just because of all the logistics. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say this as well. It's the TV networks that and just the platforms, the streaming networks in general, and the gambling and all of that and everything else, and not necessarily gambling in college, but definitely more so the networks, the media powers, that those are who cut these checks for these conferences, right? That's the money that they're living off of now. That's the bread and butter. The media platforms, the powers, the networks, they're investing in these markets. So even though New Orleans market ain't what Memphis market is now, if they invest in the athletics, they believe it to be there, or it could be there, with that shot of that money from the TV deal directly on the athletics, not the program, not the city, not the activities of the city, but directly the sports department. If that money is shot into that, they believe that would give them what they want to as an advantage or the reason to go with them over Memphis. So that's what's going on with the SMU's is travel and that. So though wherever like SMU got recruited in with Houston. So it makes sense for SMU to be in the same conference just off the fact of travel alone. It compensates Houston, and now you get to invest in the Dallas market, where not only are you the biggest school, we ain't even know other school name worth mentioning in the Dallas market in terms of NCAA Division I sports. So that's a big, those are big investments. Same thing with New Orleans. Tulane is the only other school outside of LSU in their state to even invest in. So you got two schools, one right now getting all the money. If you invest in that market with the influx of the money that the TV deals give you, that's what's going on.
Interesting take. That makes sense.
Now, the next one we rolling into in this one is the Basketball Hall of Fame. You know, D-Wade deserved it. I don't even know who all else was in there.
It's D-Wade, Tony Parker, Greg Popovich, Dirk, Pau Gasol.
Timmy already in.
Yeah, he already in. So that was the Hall of Fame play. At least for the pro, you know, it was 12 people in all, but those are the NBA guys.
Right. That's all we care.
You first.
No, you know,
everybody that we named deserved it, right? Like all them guys were surefire Hall of Famers anyway. Tony Parker to this day, to right now, to this point, is the best French player to ever play in the NBA. Nobody can argue that. D-Wade, is he the best player to ever be born in the Chicagoland area? Do you put him over Isaiah Thomas, or are they neck and neck?
No.
All right, so he says no.
Some
people say yes.
What is you talking
about?
Nah,
he's South Carolina. That's South Carolina.
Okay, yeah, okay.
He's not from, but D-Wade up there. Now Chicago.
Derrick Rose. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know that because Wade was a bad motherfucker.
I'm not putting. I love D Rose,
yeah,
but I can't
Wade was a bad motherfucker. I can't put Wade like that.
You got probably the great. To me, I like him better as a coach than Phil Jackson personally. First person.
He did more with less.
Yeah.
Shit.
Powell is the first person.
No, he not did more. He did a lot with less.
Yeah, he did.
Won 5 rings
in a way smaller market at the time that really wasn't known for basketball at all.
Right.
You got Powell. I got to talk about Powell because they're special.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Oh my God, with Memphis. Yeah. I forgot about Powell even. I forgot Powell was on the list.
First player that was an all-star with the Grizzlies first that's never made the Hall of Fame. He's the first ever He mentioned us. He gave a shout out to Lorenzen Wright, Stromile Swift, Hubie Brown. He showed a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? And I've always liked Powell. And to this day, I say it was a lopsided trade that sent him to LA. I still say that to this day. So, you know, shout out to him.
Nah, that was an even trade. When you realize when we got back from Marcus All.
At the time, it was not an even trade.
Yeah, big fact.
It just wasn't.
Yeah, it was a
you know, with that and Dirk, you know, I mean, he is who he is. So that is what it is.
Yeah, and Dirk deserved it.
Yeah, all of them guys, best German player.
Man, hell yeah. This was actually a legit Hall of Fame class. Dirk, Wade, Parker, and Powell.
With Pop.
With Pop, oh my God. Like, that's the best we've had in a few years, to be honest with you. That's solid. You can't even, all you can say about that whole draft, that whole Hall of Fame class is congratulations, fellas. Because every last one of y'all, did what y'all motherfuckers came to do. And more. Y'all beat Tony Parker, you won 4 fucking rings, bro.
With the flow game.
What?
Crazy.
What? Didn't dunk one time in his career. You know what I'm saying? And played mostly inside the arc. Marcus, you played mostly inside the arc, mid-range in.
Hey, 4-4.
Yeah. So yeah, man, kudos that Euro step. That motherfucking cradle carry travel. Not cradle carry travel. That cradle carry Euro step he used to put on motherfuckers, man. Yeah, man, Jones, bad motherfucker. Shout out to Tony Parker. Shout out to Dirk. Like really taking the big man shooting big men to the next level. You really did that. Especially the European big man. You definitely took put on for them. You the greatest European player probably ever. I mean, honestly, I don't think people give Tony Parker enough credit in the conversation. But you know, yeah, I think you can honestly say you might be the best. Who would you say?
European born player? Yeah, it's Dirk. It ain't even close. He's not the best born player, but he is the best European player.
Yeah, I said European. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
European born. I don't know. I was just clarifying that for the people in viewer land who might think we are specifying European born player.
He ain't no hockey.
Yeah, ain't no dream. The dream is a different ball game.
Or even Patrick Ewing. Shit. If Pat had that type of team, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, yeah, man. I feel like with that class, man, that was a strong class. And shout out to them again. Next topic on this one is fashion statement of the week. You know what I'm saying?
I kick it off this week. I have on a PTA dad shirt. I find myself going through the closet finding shirts with all kind of weird designs. I think this is the first button up I done wore. It's a travel, like a native design. I think I got it from New York a while back in Manhattan. I don't know which store. Probably like 8 years old, man. I don't grow no taller, of course.
You just gave me a good idea. Kevin Hart should start like a shirt line. Because you just put me in the line of the playing Kevin Hart.
I'm guessing so, man. I am wide now, shit. And man, hey, I got the penny fours on today, man. The Orlando Magic penny fours. I just realized something too. It's some J's. I don't know if they the 13s or what, one of them, but they got the same bases. You know what I'm talking about? Like the ones with the little dots on them. The J's with the dots and the little ridge. It's one of them though. I gotta look it up because I don't want to be too inaccurate.
For sure. Because
I'm gonna sound like a damn fool. Because people, don't look like no motherfucking J. But hold on, Jordan shoes. It ain't gonna take long. Yeah, do this.
Yeah.
Hold on, my bad. They wore the 13. You see the sole? Look at the sole.
Oh yeah.
Similar sole. So that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, get it.
Yeah, that's definitely similar. Shout out to Black Hippie.
Miles.
Yeah, Miles, man. Keep it real, Dougie. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course, classic Ed Memphis, Versace shades. And then yeah.
It's so free.
Oh man. At least you know it's the first time.
Hey, this man really gets so much in the closet. he leave the sticky on. That's wild, man.
Yo, hey, you know, hey, shout out to the BK Express, man. It's definitely nice, man. Good times ahead. Definitely going with the Ultra Easy phone runners. Y'all know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Kept a real player, man. You know what I'm saying? Fresh to death as usual. You know what I'm saying? None other, man. You show me another nigga in the city, fresh to nigga. I'll show you a million.
Hey, he making the bold claim, y'all. Y'all got to do something about it. Y'all
Ain't no nigga fucking with me, man. None of you niggas, no rap nigga, ball playing nigga, none of you niggas, man. I don't give a fuck if you 6'5" or 5'9". You ain't fucking with my design. I guarantee you that, Jack. Yeah, Memphis the freshest motherfucker M1 you niggas ever seen, period. Don't play no motherfucking game. And I challenge any nigga, put your motherfucking wardrobe up. Put your house up, nigga. Fuck you talking about.
Bold proclamation, man. Bold, man.
Put your wardrobe up, nigga. What's up? Sneakers, whatever, nigga. You ain't fucking with the kid, man. My wardrobe is crazy, man. Knock your socks off, man. It's like fucking Saks filth in here.
Without the champagne.
Bloomingdale's. Neiman Marcus, all in one motherfucking closet. I'll let you boy.
Yeah. All right, y'all. With that said,
this is Ed and Dez. This
is Dez and Ed.
Hey, man, it's a podcast from around the way. Hey, man, and let it be known, man, go back to that clip, man, about that whole Jared Jackson subject.
There we have it, y'all. Signing off.